Hi everybody. I just wanted to show you my air conditioning installation in my van, since I did something a bit different from usual. So what I've done, I've installed a marine air conditioning, which it's meant to work with seawater. So it's in my installation is almost like a split system, and that's because instead of pumping seawater to cool down the system, what I've done, I've used a water pump from a car, and I just pump the water outside on the roof where a radiator is to cool the water, and so I actually use the same water, just like in a car. So why I've done that? I was looking for a unit with a very low consumption, and this one wasn't too bad. For the 3500 BTUs, it would use 1.3 ampere at 230, which is around 300 watts. Why it's so low? It's because it's missing, let's say, the outside unit compared to a normal air conditioning system, and it's relying on the seawater, which is usually colder, to cool down the system. So I run this with an inverter of my batteries, and I'm gonna show you. So this is the room temperature. It's gonna get a bit noisy now that the compressor will start. Just a few more seconds. And here we go. This is of course is temporary, but it is already quite cold, so I got this thermometer. And you can tell this is gonna go down to 15 and a half, 16. At the moment it's showing a charge of 1.2 ampere. This is because I'm actually plugged in. So let me show you first what's going on outside. So this is the outside unit, pretty much a motorbike radiator with two big fans, which are rated 1.1 amperes, so 2 amperes in total. And as you can see, my roof is pretty busy, so I couldn't use a normal camper van air conditioning unit. So let me show you the results. So the maximum wattage I measured while the unit was connected directly to the grid was 340. This of course doesn't include the initial starting current, which is much higher, but it's just a few seconds. But of course you need to get an inverter which is the appropriate one. In my case, I went for the 800 watts from Victron. Then when I actually measure the amperes when the inverter was in use, I got a maximum value of 32 ampere, which is higher than 340, but you need to take in account a 10% at least from more because of the inverter itself. And this was with the water pump and fans connected to a different battery, because I wanted to measure just the unit itself. When the unit wasn't on the maximum setting, so not the lowest, but let's say a medium one, I could get 26 ampere from it. We need to add almost 5 amperes from the water pump and the fans. So we get a total of like between 30 and 36 amperes, depending on the settings. And in my case, I'm using a 200 ampere battery, which is not lithium, so there is only 50% ideally of it which can be used. So this gives me 3 hours of use. Then of course I got solar panels, which helps a bit, and while I'm driving I also got the alternator. So in reality, if I'm using it while driving, I get like 6 hours of cooling. And overall I'm happy with it. I think the next step will be to upgrade the batteries to lithium one, and then I can easily get, I would say, 6 hours of cooling, which is more than enough for the use I make of it. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and every question you can just leave a comment on the video and I'll try to reply to everybody.